Hey guys, welcome back to Banter with Brooke. Thank you so much for joining me this weekend. Don't mind my hair. I know it's a little crazy. Well, let me just get into this. So, I went out the last two nights in a row and I showered and I wore my hair all like puffy. And so now it's giving very much puffy. So that is why we have this situation going on here. It was wet and humid and like in the 70s yesterday where I live. So my hair looks like this now, which I'm honestly kind of vibing with it. Also, if my voice sounds a little off, that's why. Also, I did not even drink. As you guys know, I think I might have said this on the podcast. I'm trying to go this whole year, all of 2025, without drinking. And honestly, it's not really a challenge for me. I just barely was drinking anyway. I was only drinking on like special occasions like Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving or like my birthday. So I was like, if I'm barely drinking anyway, I might as well just like not do it at all. So that's where I'm at. And so I have not drank. I didn't even drink on New Year's. I just am not drinking this whole entire year. So that's that. I literally still have like mascara on half of one eye. I'm just a mess. But I went out the last two nights in a row, which inspired this podcast idea, actually, as you can see from the title, Young, Wild, and Free. I just wanted to talk about being young and just having fun and living life and just going out and seeing all my friends, just like everyone drinking, having fun. I was the designated driver, of course. But even just seeing like other people out and stuff, it's just like, wow, we're really just young, having fun. And it just made me feel, as you guys know, I literally can't think about anything on a surface level ever. So I was just sitting there, like, really thinking, I'm like, wow, like, we're all just sitting here having fun going out together. Like, I don't know. I was just like really romanticizing my life, which that's what you got to do, baby. Like, you just got to make life worth living because it really is like what's going on. Like, half the time, literally, it's like, what is even going on? So you might as well make it enjoyable. You know what I mean? Anyway, the first point that I wrote down is that you are only as old as you feel. And I've been saying this a lot recently to everybody because it really is true. Like, you are only as old as you feel. Like, you are always young at heart. If you just like, and also I've mentioned this in another episode, like the mobility and stuff, like if you keep moving, keep active, socialize, like you will feel young. It's when you start to act old or not do things for yourself is when you will feel quote unquote old. So just know that you're only as old as you feel, and it's never like too late, if you know what I mean. There's never a time limit or a time like you're never too old to do something. It's never like, oh, I'm too old to wear this outfit. I'm too old to do this activity. No, the fuck you're not. You can do it whenever you want to. So just remember that. I don't know how old you are, whoever's watching this, but if you're older, like 50s, 60s, 40s, and you want to do things but you think you're too old, here's your reminder that you are not too old and you can do whatever you want at any age. And if you're younger listening to this, like in your 20s, 30s, your teens, just remember that you don't have to wait until you're older to do something. You can always start now. And also, you don't have to focus on being old. Like, just do whatever you want right now. So, yeah. Next point is just how I said going out recently has been so much fun. Like, I don't even know. And it's kind of like a placebo effect, I feel like being around people who are drunk is it makes me feel like drunk. And honestly, I used to get really annoyed around drunk people when I was sober. I'd be like, oh my God, these people are so obnoxious. Like, get them away. But honestly, my friends, at least the ones I was with, were not annoying me at all. Like, I was having so much fun and I was like kind of feeling like drunk through them because they were just like being silly and it was making me feel the same. So, and like I said, it just made me really reflect like, wow, we really are just like young having fun. And it just made me so happy because I just love going out. And also, I like never dress up. And so I like had mascara on. The first day, I like did my full beat. Like, I had a full face of makeup. I put on a cute outfit. And then last night as well, I also put on a cute outfit and I had like leftover makeup on, but I didn't do like new makeup. But either way, I just felt nice, like getting myself put together. The first night I went out, I didn't really see that many people. It was kind of slower night, but then the last night when I went out, I saw so many friends that I haven't seen in a while. And if any of you are watching this, shout out to you. But a lot of people that I went to high school with, and some people don't like that. Seeing people they went to high school with, I love it. It just makes me feel young again. It made me feel happy also because I don't see them like that often. It's nice to just check in with everybody and make sure that they're doing good and all that stuff. So it was really nice to see a bunch of my old friends. And well, we're still friends, but you know what I mean. Just like people that I haven't talked to that recently or don't talk to as often. And it's just crazy that we're all fucking adults now. Like, I can't even believe that. Like, I genuinely can't believe it. But I don't feel like an adult. Like, I don't feel, I don't know. I just think that life, there's so much pressure on life to like achieve certain things and do this and do that. And I just think it's important to not put pressure on yourself because society like tells you to do something. You really can do anything you want. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. But I just wanted to, because I literally never go out, you guys, because I don't drink. And I was getting mad at my friends because I'm like, I want to hang out with you guys when you go out. Like, you can still ask me to go out. And also, I don't mind being the designated driver because I would rather know that my friends are going places and getting home safe. I would rather that than have to worry about them and all that stuff. So I don't mind being the designated driver at all. And I want to hang out with my friends still. So if they're all going out and then we can't hang out, like, let me just come with. So yeah, I had an absolute blast and it just made me feel. But now my freaking sleep schedule is all messed up because the last few nights I've been staying up till like 3 in the morning. And tomorrow I have to work at 7 in the morning. So I need to figure out how I'm going to sleep, what time I'm going to go to sleep tonight because I woke up at like 11 a.m. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Also, this is completely off topic. I went in the tanning bed today and I used this like lotion and now I just smell like this tanning lotion and it honestly smells good. And I'm getting tan, y'all. I know you guys can't like probably tell. And honestly, I'm not seeing it in my arms so much as I am like my stomach is really tan and like my chest area, but I'm obviously not going to show you guys my tits. That would be inappropriate. Different website for that. Just kidding. I do not have an OnlyFans. I will never make an OnlyFans. there's no other website. But yeah, it just I got to fix my sleep schedule now, but I don't regret going out whatsoever. May just do it more often. We'll see. It was fun and it made me feel part of the group because I honestly was really worried and nervous. I have been feeling recently that I like turned into the boring friend, but I don't really like going out that much. So I'm like, I don't want to force myself to do something. Like, I would never go out by myself which I don't think most people would, but I feel, I don't know. I just never really, I guess the drinking part, because I had so much fun going out sober. I just don't really enjoy drinking. So I was always like, I don't really want to go out. But I really had a lot of fun. But I literally just went in a whole circle there. I was nervous. I'm like, I used to be so fun, so funny. And I'm like, I'm literally turning into the grandma friend. I stay at my house, I go to bed. And I was getting anxious about that because I'm like, I don't want to be that. I want to talk to people, hang out with people, which I do, but whatever. I was very happy that I saw a lot of people and I went out and I had a blast. So, next point I wrote down is to do things to heal your inner child. That is like crucial, I feel, to having a happy and fun life. Because everybody, whether it's a severe amount of trauma, a little bit of trauma, everybody has something that went wrong in their childhood that made them who they are now. And it doesn't even have to be anything that went wrong, actually. It could just be something that you loved as a child. Do it now. Like, I have been coloring a lot recently, and that has really helped my inner child a lot. I love playing board games. Like, I absolutely crave playing board games. I always want to play games with my friends, and I love a lot of different things. But then I also do things to nurture the adult part of myself. Like, I love to sew. I like to do puzzles. I feel like that's very old ladyish. I love jazz music. That is a new interest. Not new, but like the last couple of years I've really enjoyed jazz music. So there has to be a balance, I think, of doing things now and doing things for your inner child, because I think healing your inner child is the number one important thing. Like, I go out of my body a lot and like think about my younger self often, to be honest. And I was really anxious as a kid, and I know I've talked to you guys, and I had there's an episode that was literally called like growing up with anxiety and OCD and all that stuff, if you guys want to watch that. But I struggled a lot as a child. Like, I was so anxious all the time, and I feel so sad for her because I'm like, why was 6-year-old me like so panicked? And I just want to give her a hug and tell her that I love her. And I feel bad for my childhood self, even though I had an amazing childhood as well. So I don't know why I was so anxious. Like, I really don't. But just do things that you liked to do as a child. Color, go play outside, I love going on the swings. That was something I loved to do as a kid. A lot of things. I like playing video games like Minecraft. I don't like the typical like bro-y video games, I guess, like GTA, Call of Duty, 2K, none of those. But I love the Wii, I love Mario, I love Minecraft, I like Fortnite, I've been playing Roblox recently with my brother Matthew, and that's been really fun. So just all of you watching, there's a lot of good points I have written down, but that's one thing I highly suggest, is probably like one of the top 3 things I wrote down, is to do things to heal your inner child. Another point is to take risks. Like, literally, when you're young, that is the time. And also, you're only as young as you feel. So I'm going to be talking about being young just because that's what relates to me. Like, I'm 21, I'm young. But even if you're older listening to this, you are only as young as you feel. So this can apply to you as well. I'm just speaking from like me. I am 21 years old. Like, this is the time to take risks, even if you're in your teens, like I said. But being young is the time to take risks, do things that you wouldn't normally do, try new things. Like, this is the time to live. Like, seriously, especially, well, you can still do all of these things once you have kids. But honestly, this was kind of an eye-opening experience as well, because I really want kids. Like, now, honestly, like I literally say out loud so much. I'm like, I want to be pregnant. I want to be pregnant. I want to be pregnant to hopefully manifest that I will get a boyfriend and then I will get pregnant. But because I've always envisioned myself being a young mom, which I still will do. I just feel like a lot of my friends, I do have friends that have kids and I love them to death and I love their kids like so much. But I feel like a lot of my like close friends that I'm with like all the time are not like at that level to want to have kids, which is completely valid. We're so like we're literally so young, but I I wouldn't mind. Like I would just bring my kids along to our hangouts and stuff, but I don't know if my friends would necessarily like that. So I don't know why I got on the topic of having kids, but oh, I was gonna say, but thinking about taking risks, all that stuff, I'm like, maybe I don't want kids because as it should be when you have kids, they are like your number one priority. You need to, of course, prioritize their needs and everything else. And I will 1000% do that when I do have a child. But I low key just want to like be me and just do like for just a little bit. I'd like to have my first kid by like 25. Hopefully that will happen. But anyway, coffee break. But seriously, take risks, you guys. The world is your oyster. Do whatever you need to do. Try new things, try new foods, meet new people. And even if it has a bad outcome, there's honestly no such thing as a bad outcome. Like, it didn't go the way you wanted, sure, but like that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad outcome. It just means either it wasn't meant for you or there's a quote I like and it's you should live life with you should live life saying oh well and not what if. Because if you're like what if this, like you'll never know. But you'd rather say oh well, like at least I tried it and it didn't work. Oh well. But I feel like that quote is super important and especially when you're young, just oh wells, not what ifs. Take the risks, try the things, and if it doesn't work out, oh fucking well. Also, this is making me laugh. What if my ponytail was this little? That would be crazy. But I got a whole lion's mane over here. It's like really actually overstimulating me, but I feel like I look stupid with it just like this. But anyway, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, next is make mistakes. That kind of goes along with taking risks, but this is the time while you're in your teens, 20s, like do whatever you want to do. It is okay to make mistakes as well. Like a lot of people don't like to admit when they made a mistake or did something wrong, but it's so important because that's also how you learn. You learn from your mistakes. You try things, you do things wrong, and that's how you learn. That's another thing honestly about having kids. Like when you have kids, it's like an important thing you need to remember is to let your kids make mistakes because even like for me, like a lot of my friends that had strict parents did made more mistakes because they weren't able to come to their parents with certain things, so they just did more quote unquote wrong. I don't think any like nothing's wrong, like whatever. But I think the parents who are more open with their kids, they are able to make less mistakes because they feel comfortable going to them with whatever problems they're facing. But even if you, whether you have strict parents or not strict parents, make mistakes regardless. And I'm sure you can, if you have strict parents, I'm sure you can confide in somebody, a friend, a friend's parent, an older sibling. Like there's somebody. And that's what life is about, making mistakes, having fun, taking risks. And I think that is a crucial part to being young, wild, and free because once you make a mistake, you can learn from it and then grow from it. Another thing I wrote down is don't give a fuck. Literally, life feels like this when you don't give a fuck. I literally just got full body chills actually because seriously, don't give a fuck. Like when I was just saying, oh, my hair looks stupid like this, I don't give a fuck. I literally could care less. I used to care so much, you guys, like actually so much. And I just realized why this is more like physical, I guess. I used to be so insecure about the way I physically looked. And it's like, why? Like, life is so much more fun when you don't care. Like, when you're not obsessed over the little things, like, oh, my hair, oh, my fat, like, arms, whatever. Just like, I look how I look and I can't change it. And I do like change, like, I'm actively working on losing weight. But that's the thing. It's like, if you want to look a certain way, then you can fix it, which not fix it. Fix it's a horrible word. Everybody looks beautiful, but I can change it, is what I meant to say. Like, if I don't like something about myself, I can change it. But also, you should like things about yourself and you shouldn't have to feel like you need to change yourself to be happy. I am against like plastic surgery and stuff. I just think everyone should not try and look like somebody else. They should just look. And I think everybody's features like look better on their face anyway. Sorry that my dog is barking, but I just think life is so much better when you don't care about anything. It really just feels it feels amazing. It feels free, hence young, wild and free. And I just think not giving a fuck is the key to being young and living life, and don't care about what you look like, don't care if somebody thinks you're weird for like a show you like, or cuz dude, I remember when everybody, like, if somebody watched anime they were like weird, and now everybody's like trying to think they're like cool and watch anime and stuff, which I fucking literally love anime and I've never thought anybody was weird for watching anime. Maybe like my friends did, so I'd be like, "Oh yeah," but like deep down, I never, because we were fucking weird kids. Me and my brother and sister, like, we were weirdos. We would fucking watch "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared." If you guys know what that is, Wallace and Gromit. We were weird kids, and so I never really cared. I think I never care about what anybody does. Like, don't give a fuck about how people perceive you. Don't give a fuck what other people are doing. Just be yourself and let other people be themselves. That's the key to being young and wild and free. Dude, that song is so good. So what, we get drunk. So what, we smoke weed. We're just having fun. We don't care who sees. Kind of hate that though. No, Kizzy. Bye. Okay. Dude, what does that meme? Who makes that face? Oh my god, do you guys know the meme where the guy's eating the chips in class and they're like, say hi, Tom, or whatever. And he goes like this to the camera. And she goes, Tom. And he goes, I love that meme. Okay, anyway. Next thing I wrote down is YOLO. Because you genuinely only live once, people. You only live once. Go talk to your crush. Go wear that outfit. Post that picture. Text that person. Like, literally, you only live once and you should not live with any regrets. Oh, wells, not what ifs. Do what you need to do because you only live once. And that is something like I wish I have grown exponentially at not caring and trying not to give a fuck. But I still am not where I would like to be. Like, I love the people who can just go out in public and just do, like, the guy, you know, the guy who always goes in public and like asks people for hugs. He just goes up to people and some people give him a hug, some people don't. And I just like that type of stuff, like people who just do things out in public and just don't care. That's what I want to get to, like just not caring and just YOLO, because you really do only live once and it's important to just this goes with the next thing I was gonna say. It's important to just not take life that serious, and I that's what I wrote down after is nothing is that serious. Literally, you guys, I was thinking about that. Actually, I was talking about it with my friend the other day. I was like, it's crazy that like we're worried about all this shit, like jobs and like college and whatever. And it's like, we are on a floating rock in space and we die. Like, what? Like, it's really not that deep. Like, nothing is that deep. Like, it's all about just having fun, doing things you like, being kind, all of that. Like, literally, nothing is that serious. If you are like so stressed about something, just remember also, I talk to the universe, whatever it is you believe in. If you believe in God, if you believe in just the universe, just like a higher power, even if you don't believe in anything and you just think like you are the create, like you are just the ruler of your own shit, whatever you're stressing about, just remember that nothing's that serious and you can go within yourself or go to the God or go to this higher power and just remember that they know what is up. Like the path that you are supposed to take is your path. Like you are going to get there, whether you take the long route, the short route, whether it takes you 5 years, whether it takes you a couple months, you will get to where you need to go. And if you just talk to the universe and talk to whatever you believe in and really know, then nothing's that serious and you can just have fun. Like genuinely, oh my gosh, my hair is a freaking mess. Just, it's not that serious. And just remember, if you're stressed about money, if you're stressed about school, if you're stressed about anything, just take a deep breath. It's not that serious and everything will work itself out. Be kind is the next point I wrote down. Being kind is like the best thing you can do, not only when you release kind energy, does it come back to you then, but like whatever you put out there, I've said this in every episode damn near, whatever you put out there is what comes right back to you. So when you're kind, you will get good things coming your way. And being kind is so important to being young. Like I just love what, like going out to people at the bar. I mean like, "Hey, you look cute." Like just I love giving out little compliments, or like when I go in public to like like a waiter or waitress I have, like a cashier, I'm always like, "How's your day going?" I'm just trying, to always be friendly, always spread kindness, and being kind is being free because then you don't have a burden. At least for me, I would feel horrible to be rude. Like I don't get how people just walk around their daily lives just being a fucking bitch to everybody and their mother. It's like, how can you even like live that way and like sleep at night? And I know it's because a lot of people have like their own demons they're fighting and they're miserable themselves, so they just project it. Because that's another thing too that I've said a million times. It's everything that somebody says to you or acts towards you is a projection of their own thing. So try not to take it personal, even though I literally struggle with that because sometimes it hurts my feelings what my friends do. But I have to remember that it is a projection of them and it has nothing to do with me. Anyway, ooh, there's a song by the kings themselves, One Direction. I love One Direction so much. Rest in peace, Liam. The song is Live While We're Young. There's so many good songs about being young, like Young, Wild, and Free by Snoop Dogg, the one I was singing earlier, Live While We're Young. And there's a lyric in that song. It says, like, I think it's like, "Baby, it's now or never. It's now or never. Don't overthink, just let it go." And that's the part I wrote down is don't overthink, just let it go. Because that is also something I struggle with is overthinking a lot. But just do not overthink the best of your abilities. If you notice yourself overthinking, try and remind yourself what I wrote down earlier, that it's not that serious and it'll all work itself out. Everything will be okay. Just let it go because it also is just adding more stress to you. If you're worried about this other thing that's happening, you're just putting more stress onto yourself. And you just got to be wild, be YOLO, have fun. That was the cringiest thing I've ever done, but I don't even care because nothing is serious and nobody's even cringe. Anyway, don't overthink, just let it go, and you will be awesome. I wrote, be who you are unapologetically. This one too, don't live your life for other people. I will scream it from the rooftops every day that I can. Genuinely be yourself and don't care and don't feel bad about it. Don't anything. You are you and you are amazing. You're magical. You're wonderful. And just unapologetically be yourself. No matter if somebody doesn't like it, then that person is not for you. And you will find friends and you'll find a relationship and whatever for people that love you for exactly who you are. So don't stress or worry about anybody else. Just be yourself and don't be embarrassed for your interests because somebody else thinks it's weird. Again, projecting, they're weird. I'm just kidding. Nobody's weird. Actually, no, everybody's weird, and that's the beauty of it. The people who try not to be weird, I'm like, you're no fun. I'm just kidding. Sometimes. No, I love everyone. Okay, next, do what you need to do to achieve your dreams. Okay, that's going with taking risks. Like, we are so young. So it now is the time to do the things you need to do to achieve your dreams. Also, never give up on your dreams. Like if you have something, because a lot of people like it's even hard for them to like find a goal or a passion that they even want to do. So if you find something that you love and want to do, never give up on that passion. And your passion can change too, though. That's different. If you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, because you're just not interested in it, fine. If you feel like you don't want to do it anymore because people are making you feel embarrassed about it or you're just thinking it's too hard, then that's when I say do not give up and do whatever you need to do to achieve your dreams. You can do it. I believe in you. It's not going to happen overnight. You just have to stay consistent and truly believe that it will happen. And then it will. And I know that for myself. I know that for all of you listening. And just now is the time while you're young to take the risk and do try different things. This is the perfect time for your passions to change. If you just or you can have multiple passions, just try this, try that, do whatever you need to achieve your dreams. Oh, this goes along with what I said about being cringy is I wrote embarrassment is a choice because it is a choice. Being cringed out, I know you guys can hear my dogs, I think. I never know if you can, but I think you can. And please try to ignore them. So I'm very, very sorry about that. But being embarrassed is a choice. Nothing is cringe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Literally, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's fun to be loud. It's fun to be outgoing. Like, don't let anyone, what's that saying? Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Because genuinely, just don't be embarrassed if you don't want to be embarrassed. Point blank, period. Just that's that. I just feel like if you're only going to be embarrassed if someone makes you feel embarrassed, like you do something, and those aren't true friends, by the way. If you do something and friends are like, give you a look, it's like, they're judging you, babe. That's not your true friend. They're being judgmental. And just don't let anyone do that to you. If they don't like your outfit, if they don't like your whatever, just be like, okay. Or like, I love to make TikTok dances. I like to make videos, whatever. And people think that's embarrassing. And I don't even care because I'm choosing not to feel embarrassed because I don't think it's embarrassing. So, anyway, remember that to be young and wild and free, if you will not ever be fully free and wild if you feel encaged. That's not a word, but if you feel engulfed by embarrassment, then you'll never be able to be fully wild and free because you'll be too afraid to be fully free because you're afraid to be embarrassed. But just choose not to be embarrassed. Another thing I wrote, being free equals being honest. Oh, it should be switched. Being honest is being free. I am the worst liar. I also hate lying. I can't do it. Even if I am able to like lie or like keep a secret, I guess you could say, for like a little bit, I always, and it's not like keeping other people's, I'm talking about like my secrets. Like I'm just like an oversharer and I have to tell people things about myself. I can like, if somebody tells me like don't tell anyone, of course I'm not going to do that. But like being honest is so important to being free because that's how you live being, I don't know, that's how you can be free. Like then you don't have any like feeling of like guilt or anything like that. If you're just honest, then you can't, because I always have this feeling of not even guilt, but like worry when I lie or like when somebody else is like telling a lie. I'm like, this is just, it's overwhelming. And I don't know how people can sleep at night when they're just flying out lies out of their mouth left and right. Like people love to lie, and I can't even wrap my head around that. And I don't think you'll ever be free if you just are constantly living a lie. So be honest, everyone. Another thing I wrote down, this is like being young too. I feel like it's a time to speak up for what's right because you can just speak out, and I feel like it has less consequences when you're young. So speak up for what's right, stand up for what you believe in, and that's just on period. And whatever age you are, just stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what's right. If you see somebody getting picked on, if you see somebody being a freaking asshole, stand up for what's right and speak up because that is so important. Okay, a couple more points to go. This, I feel like I already kind of said this, but is stop worrying what other people think. That goes along with being embarrassed and being yourself unapologetically. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. And I know you hear it all the time, but you really have to get it into your head. It really, truly doesn't matter. And I know you want that validation from your friends, from your family. And I do care. Like, it does matter to me what my friends and family think, but don't let what they think mm, sway you from doing things that you really want to do for yourself, if that makes sense. Like, ask them for their opinions, ask them for their advice, and take it into consideration. But you don't have to do what they think you need to do. And okay, and not even because strangers doesn't matter what they think, but it is hard when it is friends and family. But at the same time, just don't worry about what they think. Of course, if it's going to hurt somebody, like if you doing something is going to affect somebody else, then of course think about that. But if somebody's just like, oh, you should like dye your hair this color, but you really want to do it the other color, that's what I'm saying. Don't care what they think. Like if they think it looks bad if you do it the color you want, who cares? Like genuinely don't care about what they think. Next is don't let your mistakes define you. This is one of how I said doing things to heal your inner child is one of the most important ones. I also think this one is because it is important to make mistakes, like I said earlier. But while you're making mistakes, don't let them define you. Don't let the mistakes overwhelm you and make you feel guilty and anxious and full of shame, because literally that is part of life, is making mistakes. It is so important. That's how people grow and change and learn, and it is okay. And a lot of people will hold on to your mistakes, hence cancel culture. That is why people get canceled from things they said a long time ago, because people like to not realize that people make mistakes. It's kind of weird, but just people make mistakes and you can't let them define you. You can't be contained to your mistakes because you have to change and grow and evolve. So make those mistakes, but don't feel so much guilt about them that you let it consume you. Just your mistakes do not define you. You made the mistakes, you learn from it, you move on, and you're going to make mistakes your whole life. Not only while you're young, you're going to make mistakes throughout your whole entire life. When you decide to have kids, you'll make mistakes because no, my mom always says this. She's like, there's no manual like on how to be a parent. You just do the best you can and what you think is right for your children. So just there's going to be mistakes every stage of your life, and you have to just move forward, and you can't let those mistakes define you. 3 more points left. Next one is go on adventures, do things that are like out of your comfort zone, go do fun things. Another thing too is it's important. Obviously, don't spend more than what you have, but like people are so afraid to spend money while they're young, especially in this economy. And I don't blame anybody because the prices of everything are so expensive. But it's like, if you're able, like, I hate this system so much. I hate that everything is all about money, all that. Like, it's literally so frustrating. But you have to like spend a little money because that's like joyful, and don't feel guilty for spending money either if it brings you joy. Buy that little trinket if you like it. I love to like go bowling, go to the movies, like treat yourself and go on adventures, go on a hike, go do things, because especially I feel like in this economy when everything's around money and people who are young, I'm blessed and lucky enough that I'm still able to live with my mom. Like I live in my home, but a lot of people either are forced to move out at 18 or whatever, certain things. People don't have any family to turn to, so they have to live alone. And I understand that you don't have money. Like, oh, that's what I was saying. It's all about work, and you have to work just to make it by, which is fucking sick. It's disgusting. Life is not about work at all. Like, and I hate that society makes it seem like it is. Like people like kids nowadays don't want to work. Of course not. Who wants to work, you dumb fucking bitch? I'm sorry you want to work. Like that's good for you, but I don't want to work. I want to frolic outside. I want to be naked and eat berries and laugh with my friends. That's what I want to do. But we can't really, unfortunately. I don't know why I'm doing that a lot this episode. I hate when other people do it, so I'm sorry that I keep doing it. I think it's because my throat's like dry because I lost my voice last night. But it's not all about work. You have to prioritize, not prior, like you have to make time for fun. Go bowling, go shopping, go on a walk. Even if you don't want to spend money, there's a lot of cheap things you can do or things that cost no money at all, like going for a walk, going like just laying on the ground and oh my god, why is there a freaking gnat that just flew by? The fuck? Go outside, breathe in fresh air, watch the clouds, go look at the stars, go for a walk, pick up a friend, hang out with a friend, like just go on adventures and do fun things because that is so important to feeling young as well. You're going to feel real old real quick if all you're making time for is work. Okay, second to last one is make friends. It is so important. And I know some people are introverted and they don't like to make friends, and some people love to be alone, which is completely fine. But everybody needs connection and friendship and love. So please make friends. Give a stranger a compliment. Go out of your way to talk to people. Even if it's like an old friend, like somebody you haven't seen in a while, just make connections, talk to people, laugh with people. It is so important to make friends and laugh with people and connect with people and tell people how you feel about them, give them hugs, everything. It's super important. So that is my suggestion to go out and make friends, have fun, and all of that. Next thing is, or last thing actually, is be confident. This is the same thing as not caring about what anybody else thinks, but literally being confident is the key to life, honestly. And like I said, I was never confident. I was always insecure, especially in high school. And I just felt horrible about my personality, my looks, all of it. And that is like the most miserable way to live ever, actually. Like, I would never want to do that ever again. And so I'm choosing from this point forward to be confident. It is so crucial to just walk into a room with your head held high. It really makes a difference how people treat you as well. And like if you look like all shy, like be open, be ready for conversation, start the conversation, even shit. Be like, hey, how are you? Like you have to. You literally have to. And I feel like your life will feel better when you guys if you guys are struggling with confidence. I hope that this can be a helpful message to just be a reminder, I guess, to just be confident and be yourself and be happy and make friends and make connections. So yeah, those were all the points I wrote down about just being young and having fun. And I just love being young. I love life. Like I said earlier, just romanticizing my life. And I'm so grateful that I do have friends and I have great family and great friends. And I'm just so grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything. Like truly, truly, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful I found a passion. I've wanted to start a YouTube channel forever. And I'm so happy that I did it, and I'm so happy that I'm staying so consistent at it. Like I you don't know, it's important too to tell yourself that you're proud of yourself and celebrate the small accomplishments. But the advice I have for this episode, because if you're new here, if you're not new here, you know. If you're new here, I do a little advice at the end of each episode, positive message, a quote, whatever it is, just to end the episode with a positive message for you guys to think about. And this week's advice is to stop worrying about the future. Just be young, wild, and free. Like, it is so stressful just constantly worrying about what's going to happen in the future. And what's the song that says, it's like, something but you fountains, something about looking for fountains of youth, but it's in the present, and that is so true. You are only like, you will never be as young as you are right now, so you have to just be young, be wild, be free, go out, make friends, go on adventures, don't overthink, make mistakes, take risks, and just stop worrying about the future. Live in the now. You are only as young as right now, and you're only as young as you feel. So that is my advice, is to try not to worry about the future as much and live in the present moment. And we're all young, we're all wild and free, and just be yourself. And I hope this episode was a little inspiring for you guys, because I got inspired in my personal life recently. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like, comment. Oh, my notebook almost went flying. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the post notifications on as well. Please, please, please comment down below any video suggestions or podcast suggestions you guys want to see, because I want to make the content that you want to see, of course. The links to my other social medias are always linked in the description. If you would check those out and follow me on there, I would highly appreciate it. And I will see you guys when I upload next time. Love you. Bye.